Objects that I've shoved up my arse.
So my microphone likes to do this silly thing where actually no, OBS likes to do this silly thing where it randomly decides to switch my input for absolutely no fucking anyway so let me redo that. What the fuck? Objects that I've shoved up my ass. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Yeah, I took a little bit of a break, but I'm back. And full disclosure, I will not be physically testing this today. I will not be physically testing this. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a little loud. It's a little loud. It's meant to be loud. Yeah, I will not be physically testing these, so full disclosure, my rankings may not be fully accurate based on the accurate pleasurability. That was so loud before. Yeah. I'm sorry. Here, let me put it at like half audio, because I'm gonna be playing it. Every new object that I've shoved up my arse, I'm gonna be playing it. Objects that I've shoved up my arse. Anyway, this stream idea came to me in a dream, and I'm not even kidding. I'm genuinely not even. It came to me in a dream. It came to me in a dream. Well, I saw a YouTube video yesterday that was like ranking how much it would hurt to step on each letter of the alphabet, and I fell asleep while I was watching that video, and then it came to me in a dream, ranking objects that I've shoved up my ass. So now we're doing that. I will not be putting them up my butt, so don't worry. However, this may not be fully accurate. This may not be ranked fully on my personal experience of the accurate rankings of how it would feel to put these up your ass. I'm just saying. I wonder how letters of the alphabet, how they would feel if you put those up your ass. Anyway. J, I, or what kind of I? Like a lowercase I or an uppercase? Like I with the two little things, the two lines on it, or like an A. Oh, like it gets bigger at the base. Oh, an A. It's kind of spiky though. Nah, don't shove it too aggressively. But anyway, yeah. We should let me tell some BGM. Let me loop. There we go. So how do I start something like this? First object.
Vibrators.
A classic. As we all know, a classic. Here it is. I've made this tier list specifically for it. You know, this is a classic. It's something that's meant to go up there. You know, it's a little bit boring though. It's a little bit uncreative. So I think I'll put that in A. Just a little bit uncreative, increative. For the first two. I did not look up images of these objects because I didn't want to. Be who you are. Second object.
Dildos.
Another classic. We all know this one. It's even less creative than the first one, but you know, we'll put it's it's meant to go up there. It won't cause any diseases. It won't kill you, so that's a plus. Object number 3. Pens. Another classic. I mean, not for me or anything. I wouldn't do something like that, you know. But okay, so this one heavily depends, because let's dissect this one, okay? The tip end here, it's a little wider, and then it goes a little bit, but it's very smooth up here. You have a lot of control over it. The other end, however, if you were to use the other end, you know, I feel like that reduces a few points, because it's not dual-ended, you know. You can't use both ends. The other end, that would fucking hurt. That would hurt a little bit. So, you know, it's a classic. It's not dual-sided, and it's also not the best experience for your buck. It's not the best bang for your buck. So I'll put it in B. Bends. Object number 4. Pencils. Pencils. So we have a pencil. Yeah, but there's a little hook on the button side. True. Oh, that is true. That is very true. I feel like I need a tier below D. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a tier below D now that I think about it. I'm absolutely at F. I'm absolutely gonna need a tier below D. So there's F. That is very true. It has a little hook on the end, so it's absolutely above pencils. Pencils, that's like a C. I mean, it's not the worst you can get, but it's not the best. It's not the best. Let's be honest. Like the eraser end, that was just, I don't know. Like I feel like that would hurt. It's like it's what are erasers made out of? Thank you. Wordle. For fuck's sake, I hate Wordle. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I will never get bitches. I will never get bitches. Have you guys seen those posts floating around that are like, sorry, I won't fuck you unless you get today's Wordle word in 3 words. Or like, yeah, well, I'm stupid, and I deserve to. I deserve it too. I deserve it too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me log into Streamlabs. One day I'll remember. One of these days. Exactly one of these days I will remember. What do you mean I don't exist? What do you mean user identifier missing? I'm right here. Streamlabs won't let me log in. What the fuck? That has an active YouTube channel. What do you think I'm doing here? Wait, apparently Streamlabs says I don't have an active YouTube channel. What the fuck? What do you think I'm doing right now? What am I doing? Am I real? Is this all a dream? Have I been dreaming this whole time? What do you think I'm doing here? Come on, I believe it. It worked! Yippee, okay. Yippee! Heh. Fucking hell. I logged in just to see heh. Fucking hell, thank you so much. Thank you. You knew it would piss me off, your name. It would piss me off. Thank you so much. Thank you. Fucking, what the fuck is a bylaw? What is a bylaw? Fucking dumb. It's dumb. I put balls before I put bylaw. What is a bylaw? You put a space between by and law. You follow by law. It's not a bylaw. Why are laws bisexual? There's never been a bisexual law. Until today, because I am the law. Holy shit. I am the law? Anyway, fucking back to the to the yeah, this has a hook on it, which is actually I feel like oh I spoiled a little bit. I feel like I feel like we can put these in S because like let's be honest, that's the best we're gonna get. If I don't put those in S, we're not gonna get any better than that, okay? We're not gonna and pen can go in A. Pen can go in A. I mean it's certainly not the best experience. It's certainly not the best experience that you're gonna have, but it's definitely not the most deadly on this list. So we're gonna put it at A. We're gonna have that one at A. Pencils. Okay, let's dissect this one as well. This end, absolutely not. No, unless it's like very worn out pencil, but still. Or like a brand new pencil fresh out of the box, but still. Also, pens are like smooth. They have this nice metal finish to them. Pencils, they're like hexagonal. They're uncomfortable. They're wooden. Oh, and they can snap inside. Like if you snap it inside of you, that is just oh. Imagine it can be like hilarious. Shove 2 raccoons up your ass. Isn't it 4? Isn't it 4? Well, I am a raccoon, so put 2 raccoons inside another raccoon. I could be 3 raccoons. I could be 3. 3 raccoons? Holy shit. Okay. But I also feel like the eraser end wouldn't be very comfortable because it drags, you know? Like if you were to drag the eraser across a table, it would it make that sound, you know? It'd go like that. So I feel like it definitely isn't on the level of pens. It's definitely lower. Definitely lower. I'll put it at B because we're definitely gonna get more deadly. Object number 5. Coins. Now, okay. I had to put my thinking cap on for this. There are many forms of coins. There's American coins. There's like dimes. I don't know why it took me so long to think of coin. There's Canadian. There's toonies and loonies. Loonies and toonies up my ass. But like, you know, considering the nationality of the original creator of this an amazing video, this beautiful video, I decided to go with British pence. So British pence specifically, there's this one right here. I don't fucking know what it's called. I'm not British. I'm a better person than that. The coins in a coin slave count? See, that's another thing. You could, now theoretically, you could get a condom and put the coins in there and then put it up your ass. In which case, I feel like it would be much more pleasurable. Is this true, Reggie? The proof is in the pudding, buddy. The proof is right in front of you. True, Reggie. Oh, you mean I'm putting up my ass? No, I'm more of a sophisticated lady than that. I'm simply too sophisticated. Now, okay, theoretically, if you were to put these in like in a condom and then put them up your ass, it's like it has a lot of weight to it. It can bend. It could bend a little bit. So that would be much more pleasurable than simply just coins, if you thought about it. Now this one, it's probably hard to see it on the image, but this one right on the top right corner here has a little bit of a hexagonal shape. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Septagonal shape. With the coins in a condom and swinging around like a mace. Exactly. And it could fucking hurt someone too. It's a weapon as well. It doubles as a weapon. I feel like I'm gonna have to bump it up a tier simply for that explanation. But this one is a little bit hexagonal. This one as well. So I feel like it has a little bit of a jagged edge to it. So that might hurt. Coins are nasty. Coins are. Can you imagine the sheer amount of disease? Can you imagine if someone actually put coins up their ass and then they like paid for something and then the coins just like went back into circulation in society? the coins that you're holding in your fingers, they might have been up someone's ass. Just think about that. Just think about that. This is why we need to switch to digital money. You don't know where that money's been. You don't know where it's been. The existence of this conversation proves that this can happen. Anyway, the other thing is these could get stuck inside of they could get lost inside of you. That's another issue. That's an issue. Cause imagine going, imagine going, sharing the joy. Yeah, just sharing the diseases. They just add a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor. They're not that bad. They might break down some bacteria, but they're not good. Also, I'm allergic to metal, so just imagining my ass just like fucking having an allergic just plumped up. Who needs a BBL when you could just put coins up there? But anyway. Also, my cat wants out of my room. He wants to fucking escape this. He is deeply trying. I need to let my cat out. He's gonna cry. Give me 1 second. Manual Botox, exactly. POV, you see a gooch crawling up. Also, hi Miko, it's been so long. Hi, hi Miko. It's so nice to see you. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Meow. You could hear him. Oh my gosh. You could hear him. Really? Can you hear the fire alarm going on? There's a fire alarm somewhere over there. Someone's house is on fire. They probably turned on my stream and they just fucking spontaneously combusted. Anyway. Yeah, coins, bacteria ridden. Now, purely for the pleasurability aspect, you know? They're thinly shaped, so I don't feel like you could hit as many points, you know? I don't hear an alarm, that's good. That's good. I don't want my mic to be that sensitive. But purely for the pleasurability aspect, they're very thin, they're not very smooth. I feel like they would be significantly less uncomfortable. However, they are, you know, they do have potential. They have potential. If you can just like imagine it in your brain, just imagine you know, having some fun time with coins, you know. It has potential. It has potential. So I don't think it's that low, but like considering the aspect of one, I'm allergic to metal. The coins carry STDs. I don't know, but if enough people shove them up their asses, I think so. I had to be there for this. Good. This is required education. They should show this stream in schools. Anyway, yeah, this is required education. So purely considering the factor that you could get diseases from these, and that other people have shoved them up their asses before, and you know it could be like a non-consensual ass sharing type of situation. You know, I feel like I'm gonna have to put it at D. I'm sorry. Just like the pleasurability is not worth it compared to the risk. If you weigh both sides, it's just not worth it, you know? Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. Pebbles. Now, pebbles. This image is actually an Amazon listing for 40 pounds of pebbles. Anyway, so someone is gonna order that after this stream, after what I'm about to say. Pebbles is good. Okay, Pebbles is good. Honestly, I'll say it. I think it's above a pencil. I think it's above a pencil. I'll say it. Google says no to STDs, but MRSA and E. coli. Good lord. Mercer is not good. Mercer is bad. Ooh, hell yeah, brother. Pebbles. Now, okay. It's like ice cubes? Exactly. It's like 40 pounds of pebbles. This image specifically, 40 pounds of pebbles. Someone is definitely gonna get this after the praise that I have to lob at pebbles, you know? Of course, the number one risk factor of pebbles. No flared bays, those gems are gonna get stuck up there. Exactly, that's the number one risk factor of pebbles is that they will get dislodged up into your anal canal, into your butthole. They all get stuck in there, and you're gonna have to get them out somehow. Now, my solution to this, you guys know, like, you could drill a little hole in every single one of them and attach them all to a string, and then when you're done, you could just pull them out, you know? And you know, pebbles, they vary in size and shape. Are they all smooth? Are they jagged? Exactly. Is it, you know, Kuja, we have the same mind. We have the same, I love you. We have the same, anyway. Pebbles come in various shapes and sizes, you know? If you were to make this string contraption that I'm talking about, you could absolutely, you know, have a string going through them all and order them from smallest to largest, and you know, like, not the pebble plug, exactly. So everyone, Amazon.com, go get your 40 pounds of pebbles and have a fun time. That's what I'm saying. You know, you could really, like, you could get into the nitty gritty of the pebbles, of the size and shape of the pebbles. Like, you could tailor it exactly to your fit, you know? You could even make different shapes but with more pebbles. You know, pebbles, they're cheap. You could just go to Walmart and get the fucking pebbles. Just like pick up the pebbles outside of Walmart. Every single Walmart has pebbles. Did you notice that? Every single one of them. They all have pebbles, and they're free. I think they're free, probably. So you know, Pebbles is an A tier. I'll say it. Pebbles A tier. You know, specifically if you do the string method, the string method. You know, you have to get a little stopper on each end, but you know, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. You know, get some crochet thread that's real sturdy. You know. Pebbles is A tier. Pebbles is definitely A tier. Number 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, fuck. Broomstick handle. Okay. For this one, you can tell how much thought I've actually genuinely put into every single one of these. If you're an it girl, get the fish marble rocks. Oh. Like, do you guys know the little marbles with like the little swirly things inside of them that kind of look like toothpaste? You guys know that? I don't know where I was going with that, but you could put those up your ass too, probably. Anyway, broomstick handle. Now this is something to really consider, because when you say broomstick, you're generally referring to, like, you know, Harry Potter witchy type broomsticks. Like, these are just called brooms. These are called brooms. So broomsticks are generally more like, you know, Harry Potter-ish type of witchy type of shit. And those are, like, they have jagged edges. I think they're made out of just, like, straight up tree branches. You know, that would fucking hurt. Some of them have pointy ends. That is, like, straight up a D tier. That is straight up yeah, no, it's not F. Yeah, it's gonna get worse. It's not we're getting worse, don't worry. But, okay, when I think of broom handles, every single time I've ever owned a broom handle or a broom, they've always had this little rubber bit on the end with, like, texture. They have, like, that texture to them. Like, the grippy handles, every single broom I've ever owned, they've always had that. And they always have, like, this bumpy texture to them. And good golly. Good golly. And honestly, like, look at how long this is. There's nothing in the way of it. like there's nothing obstructing the power of the handle. Like you could go as far as you want, honestly. Like whether or not it has the little grippy texture on it, which is definitely a plus in my opinion, you could go as far as you want. Like this is a very smooth handle. You could go as far as you want up there, you know, you have control, because like this is like basically grippy bars. Like you have so much control over it. I'd say A tier. Easy A tier, easy A tier. Yeah, the texture. Easy A tier for me. Okay. Shove a broomstick up your ass and shake your ass side to side so the broom is like yeah, just put one up your ass, twerk a little bit, and your house is clean. That's how I do it. Fishing rod hand. Okay. 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 Fishing rod handle. This is a Walmart standard issue. Fishing rod handle. As you can see, there's this thing on it that you put the string on. I've never fished. Actually, I have fished. I fished once in my life, and I caught a jacket, and I was really sad. Hi Gucci, I love this wholesome Christian stream. Exactly. They should play the stream in Christian schools. I think this is required education for the youth. Anyway, you know, because you need to know what is good to put in your ass, you know, so we don't go around doing stupid stuff. Anyway, fishing rod handle. As you can see, the standard issue has a lot of bumps in it. You know, a lot of potential. Yeah, just a fucking jacket. I went fishing once and I caught something and I was like, oh my gosh, I got a fish! I was like 4 years old. So I was like, I thought I was on top of the world. I was so happy. I thought I actually caught a fish and I fished up like an old man's jacket and I was so sad. I was so sad. Anyway, fishing rod handle. These bumps. It has a lot of bumps and curves in it, you know, a lot of potential for pleasurability. My main issue with this is you can't go that far because there's this little thing on the end that you could not get up there. You can't do it. I mean, I've never tried, but I mean, you can try, but I don't think it'll work. You can definitely try. Oh! I'm so sorry, but that's kind of cute and very funny. Everything I do is cute, including this, and this is the cutest thing I've ever done. Anyway, I had the like fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast right now. This is like a dick holder. You can, okay, hear me out. Like this is long enough, you know, to reach your internal organs, I feel, and this is like a dick holder. Like you could just, it could just hold it. It could hold it up. So, whoa. Whoa! It has a built-in, like, dick holder upper. That is fucking oh! I just had the most Jimmy Neutron insane brain blast moment. You could put your, like, look at it. It even has a little curve in it. Like, this is a premium penis holder. Premium holder. You put it up there, and then you lob your schlong up on this thing. Easy A tier. Easy A tier. You know what? I even put it above broom handle. Shit. I put it above broom handle. Actually, I think Pen can sort these by inside the tiers as well. We're getting real into the nitty gritty here. Number 8. Umbrella. Okay, this one. Now, umbrella handle. Look at that fucking curve. You're not getting that shit up there. Okay, if you listen, if you were to prepare, you know, kind of get things ready, potentially, if it was crazy enough, you could this little hook, it could hit all the right spots. It could. Now, you won't, because it's crazy. That would take like 2 hours to prepare yourself for a fucking umbrella handle. You might as well just use all other things combined in that amount of time. You might as well just use everything else on this list. Yeah, that's all I had to say about that. You literally can't get this up. Unless you're talking about this end, in which case, holy shit, you're gonna go to the emergency room. You see that little spike on the top? Why do they put those there? That's like a murder weapon. Holy shit. I'll put that in low D. That can go in low D tier. Yeah, not even F. It's gonna get worse. You're not ready. It's gonna get worse and deadlier. It is gonna get deadlier. Number 9? Toothbrush handle. Toothbrushes. Teethbrush? Teethbrushes? Toothbrushes. Now, okay. This is the I feel like this is the standard toothbrush you can find in stores now. It has all of these bumps and ridges, you know, very good. Very good. That's easily an A tier. Now, we need to consider that it does not specify the type of toothbrush, you know? It could be like a hospital toothbrush in which it's a very straight, very uncomfortable handle. And on the other end, it could be an electric toothbrush. It could be an electric toothbrush. I mean, that's gotta go in S tier. That's gotta go in S tier. Rib toothbrush, literally, like... I'm sorry, it's gotta go in, like, come on. It's gotta go. Electric toothbrush? Just the potential of that? I'm sorry, it's going in S tier. That's what I said. Even furthermore, a ribbed electric toothbrush. We've hit peak. We've hit peak. Ribbed electric toothbrush. That is the peak of pleasure. In fact, might even go above. Might even go. No. I'll put it right there. You know, ribbed electric toothbrush. That is peak. This is peak. Okay. I think 10. I think we're on 10. Hockey stick handle. Hockey stick. Now, hockey sticks are generally made out of glass or metal or wood. They're typically made out of glass, though. You know, that fiberglass type of material. It would certainly be cold. That might turn things down one notch. But you know, it's very smooth. And look at this long handle. You know, that could easily reach the internal organs. You know, that could go far beyond them. I feel like it could reach your fucking mouth if you tried hard enough. You could put this up your mouth if you really wanted to. I mean, you know, I don't think it's an A. It's certainly not A tier level, but you know, I put it high B. What the fuck? High B. You know, yeah, it's typically made out of glass, so it would be cold. You might have to warm it up a little bit, you know, get a little going on. You might have to start like rub two sticks together. Rub your sticks. You might have to do a little bit of that. And also there's this little handle here, so potentially if you were to like decide that you need it out of you like within 0.5 seconds, you could put your foot on this little handle and like kick it out of you. So that's another thing to consider. I don't even know. 11? Fingers. Another classic, you know. Think about, you know, you have 5 built in. They're free. They're right there. Even you don't even need to get out of bed. You don't even need to get out of bed in the morning to get them. You know, they're right there. They're right there. They're free. They're ribbed. They're fleshy. They're soft. They're not particularly long, but you know, I mean, it's definitely a solid technique. I'll put it at low S. I feel like it's a little bit above A, but it's a low S, you know. And honestly, depending on whose fingers, depending on if they're real fingers, I don't know. Maybe they're like the Halloween like vampire like, you know, the little, you go to a Halloween store and they have like the little like bloody decapitated fingers, you know. It could be one of those. Well, it doesn't specify. It doesn't. So I don't know. I feel like those would get lost inside of you, but You know, it's so funny. My mother works in healthcare, so she has a lot of friends, and a lot of them had worked in the ER in the past, and they have so many stories about people coming into the ER with just like the craziest shit up their asses. That is like the number one most fucking common thing. There's been a real case of someone putting an actual gun up their ass. I think it was to like sneak it into prison, but like still. Jesus Christ. Top of S? I don't know. You know, someone's gonna have to prove to me the potential. You know, there's a lot of control over them that regular things wouldn't have. You know, you have full control over it. That's another thing to consider. You know, that's definitely another thing to consider. You have full control over your fingers. So I feel like I'd put it. Whoa, crazy. You know, it could be whoever's fingers. It could be your own. It could be someone else's. We don't know. It doesn't specify. Anyway, 12?
Small glass jar.
I fucking love this. The x-ray shots go crazy when they check what's stuck in there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like a fucking entire shampoo bottle. I saw a YouTube short or something of someone coming in the ER with an entire shampoo bottle up their ass, and their excuse was they were in the shower and they fell on it. I'm just thinking of how absolutely massive my shampoo. I have like a fucking 3-liter thing of shampoo, and I replace it like every 2 years. Like it lasts me 2 years. The Halloween fingers are top of S, regular or bottom. The blood, I think the blood adds a little bit of an extra oomph to it, you know? Depending on who you are, a little extra oomph. But anyway, small glass jar. Okay, what's inside the jar? Okay, potentially there could be like some form of liquid in them, like I don't know, draft or fucking lube. What was my first thought of lubricant? Why my first consideration of lubricant is jam. I don't know why did I immediately go to jam? What if there was lube in the jar? That's what I'm saying. If there was lube in the jar, it would hurt a little bit less. Just a little bit. Slightly less. I think a small glass jar, just a little bit less, you know? But it would fucking hurt still. Never ask what's in the jar. If Rainbow Dash is inside, it's SS. Okay. If Vi from Arcane is inside the jar, holy shit, SST. Okay, if you think about it, Vi from Arcane could be inside the jar, in which case, that's an SS tier, baby. That's SS tier, but, you know, it doesn't specify. I don't know, should I put it in A tier? I don't know. It would hurt, but, you know, you could, like, reverse vor, holy shit. Like, instead of eating someone, you could put them in the jar and then stick it up your ass. That's like reverse vor, holy shit. Has anyone ever done, like, reverse vor? You just, like, get the bits and pieces of people and put them up your ass, and it's like reverse vor. Holy shit. Why has no one ever thought of this? Do I have to be the guy? Am I gonna be the guy to invent it? Shit. I'm too creative for this world. Anyway. You know, considering what's in the jar, there could be lube, there could be Violet Arcane, there could be lube and Violet Arcane, in which case it's a solid A tier. I'd consider it a solid A tier. Solid A tier, you know, just the possibilities. Some yandere wife has definitely done that. Are you guys into yanderes? Just a question. You guys into yanderes? Would you let me cut you up into little pieces and put you up my butt? I don't know. 14 or some shit? I don't know.
Test tube.
Test tube. You know, okay, there could be a lot of things in a test tube, you know? Could be uranium, could be water, you know? H why am I forgetting the chemical compound of water? H2O. What the fuck? There could be H2O in it. There could be pure uranium. There could be 10,000 pounds of plutonium-210. Like, we don't know. We don't know what's in the test tube. There could be 10,000 pounds of polonium-210, in which case, I don't even think you would feel that. I don't think you would feel the... I think you'd just die. Yeah, I feel like this has to go to solid C. You know, it's the very middle of the road. There could be anything in the test tube, you know? And it could, like, if you're sticking it up there, I mean, you're either putting the open end, in which case it's going up inside of you, or you're putting the other end, in which case it's falling out onto your legs, you know? Test tubes can be ribbed too. Think of the sensory experience. Yeah, I'm really thinking of the sensory experience when I'm shoving 10,000 pounds of polonium-210 up inside my ass. I'm really thinking about the sensory experience. Okay, you know, I'll put it in B. I'll put it in B. Because we don't know what's in the test tube, you know? It could be fucking Mercury. We don't know. Mercury's a goddamn planet. I'm not putting that up my ass. That's too big. It's too big. And I know I know my dick is the size of the sun, but come on. I don't think I can put an entire planet up my ass, you know? I'll put it in B. Just you know, the pure potential of a raw plain, you know, mill of the border of the plain, mill of the plain, what the fuck? The run of the mill test. There's gotta be a kink for that, for 10,000 pounds of polonium-210 or shoving mercury up your ass. And anyway. Screwdriver handle. Okay, now there are two possibilities with this one. There's this end, in which case, you know, pure good experience, you know. You put this end up, you know, nice ribbed part, and it has a bump. Sure, I'm having such bad GERD right now. I had the most delectable bowl of tikka masala, and tikka masala, so fucking good. Oh, I love tikka masala. Anyway, yeah, I'm having really bad acid reflux. Don't mind me. Yeah, there's this little bump. There's this little ribbed part, and there's even a flared end, so you don't go too far. Like, and like the middle bit for easy removal. That, you know, I'd give that a solid A. Solid A tier. It's not the longest apparatus, but you know, sometimes short is good. The shorter, the gooder. That, you know, they always say that. On the other hand, the sheer potential of sticking this end, whew baby. Ow, zero pleasure, first of all. Zero. Very thin, very skinny. It's your boy's skinny penis. Anyway. I'm so confused at my own words right now. You know, easy removal. Okay, easy removal. Like a Wii remote. Like, it has that little string on the end. If you put a Wii remote up your ass, it has a string for easy removal, you know? And it has motion controls, so you can, like, you know, do one of these. And, you know, you could still play Wii bowling. But, if you put this end up your... That's gonna hurt. You know, I would put it in, like, a solid A, you know. I'd put it above pen. But, like, the sheer potential of putting this end up? I don't know, guys. I think it's gonna have to go in low A. I'm not gonna lie. Low A. the sheer potential, you know? Like, what if you slip, it falls out, it bounces up, it bounces around, flips upside down, and then you fall back on top of it, and then that end goes inside of your ass. This is, of course, considering that you're inserting it while standing up. But if you were to take that risk, you know, that is always a potential. There's always a potential, you know?
Stiff cock.
Stiff cocks? Now, okay. We always say that, you know, that's the peak, you know? It's warm. I've never put... I like girls. I don't... Fucking low S. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had sex in my life. Stop calling me sexist, guys. I wouldn't know. I've literally never had sex in my entire life. How could I be sexist? How could I be sexist? I've never had sex. Anyway. Stiff cocks? Low S? Sure. Surely it can't be better than a ribbed electric toothbrush. Surely. Surely. You know, they want you to believe that it's the peak of experience. They want you to believe that. But they're liars, and they're scammers, and they're liars, and we should all kiss girls. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, low S. I don't know what to say about that one. Okay, now, the potential of this one. there are a lot of possibilities, you know? I wouldn't say it's the most pleasurable experience just based off of size, the skinniness, and the texture of the cigar. I wouldn't say it's the most pleasurable to begin with, but you know, there's always the potential of it being a lit cigar, in which case it either, depending on the person, it either extremely heightens the experience or extremely lowers the experience. Strongly depending on the person that you are. Wow, we love women. Thank you. I am John Women. Thank you. I am John Women. Thank you for loving me. It creates flavor for the next person. Exactly. You know, and there's always the potential of you know, taking it out and then, you know, puffing a little clouds, you know? Puffing some smoke. You can tell I don't smoke. You can tell I don't. Yeah, so, you know, depending on the person, I just thought of the funniest fucking thing. If you were to, like, stick it up really far up there and it was lit, and it was, like, the lit end was sticking out, you could have, like, a perpetual smoke cloud coming out of your butt. That's so funny. That's so funny. You could just go up to people and be like, my farts are so fucking... I smoke, I can tell you. Janice, can you confirm the experience of sticking a cigar up your ass? Janice will speak for us all. Janice will speak for us all here. It is genuinely the funniest thing ever to go up to someone and have smoke coming out of your butthole. I think that's really funny. It's like a visual fart. Like, you could make the excuse that your farts are just so powerful that they simply change the color of the air. They turn into smoke. They're so fucking hot and spicy that they turn into smoke. And, you know, having a lit cigar in your ass and having smoke come out of it, that's really funny. So I'm gonna put that in A. You know, okay, depending on the person, whether it's lit or not, could heighten or lower the experience. You know, that's up to you. You could take it out, you could smoke it, you know? Depending on who you are, you might like that. It wouldn't puff the same. God damn it. God damn. Well, you could eat it. I don't know. You could eat it. I'll put that in low A because purely the sensory experience is not high enough for screwdriver, you know, screwdriver or pebble level. You know, it's simply not high enough. Last one of this video, actually. Holy shit. Last one, guys! But not last one of the stream. Oh, not last one of the stream.
Banana.
Banana! Now that I have another video, might be a certain edition. I don't know. Banana, if you will. You know, there are many potentials of this. You know, there's this end, in which case that would kind of hurt a bit. You know, if you ever felt a banana stem, they're kind of sharp a little bit. This end would definitely be much more pleasurable. It's very mushy. It's very soft. You know, it could go up there easily, and it's curved. So you know, it could hit some spots. You know, the potential is, I'd say, quite good for the banana. Now, you could also peel a banana, in which case both ends are good, and you could make a little mush banana up there. I don't know. You can mush the banana. You can make some banana bread. You know, it saves you the effort of mushing the bananas, which is objectively the worst part of making banana bread. You know, you could, if you use it hard and fast enough, you could make banana bread afterwards, and I'd say that's like a solid A. Solid A. You get the benefit of banana bread, and you get the softness of the banana, the pure sensory experience. You know, maybe you could even taste it through your ass. Like, you know, if you've ever been in the hospital and you've had an IV in your arm, and they put like saline in it, and you can taste the saline, like kind of like that. Like maybe you could taste the banana through your ass. I don't know. I'd put it above cigar, actually. I put it up there. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for the original objects that I've shoved up my ass video. Round of applause. Best video on the internet. We all know it is the best meme ever. Now I have another version. Banana. This video was produced by Bruno Powroznik. Hell yeah. Oh gosh, Dan and Phil came up on my recommended. Oh fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, this one is significantly louder, so prepare yourself. Let me turn it down just a little. Objects that I've shoved up my ass. Christmas edition. That's Christmas edition. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Okay, antlers. Now this depends on, you know, whether they're connected or disconnected from the reindeer. You know, reindeers, they actually naturally shed their antlers. So, you know, that leaves the little stump on the end. It might have a little bit of flesh on it, but you know, we could get past, we could move past that. The other end, the other end, F. I don't think you know, it's either flesh or fucking, I don't, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't think we need to converse about what would happen if you were to put that in up there. I mean, if you could get the whole thing up there, that's really impressive. That's really impressive, and I'm really sorry. F. Solid F. I don't have much else to say about that. Please don't put an antler up your ass. You'll die. You'll die. That would not be good. Anyway, moving on. Number 2. Wrapping paper. Now, they're tube shaped, but there is the potential of it slightly unraveling and then giving you 10,000 paper cuts inside your ass, in which case Jesus fucking Christ. You know, the ends are not rounded. They're very edgy. They would hurt. It would hurt. I do think it would hurt. It's also paper, so it would like disintegrate inside your, like, if you were using like lube. I don't know. I need water. What the fuck? I'm all out of water. I'm out of water. I need to. Okay, wrapping paper. It could like. Have you ever like been a liberal and had a fucking paper straw inside your mouth? Like, those disintegrate, and it sucks. And you know, fuck the turtles. And bring back the plastic straws. That's all I have to say. Bring back the plastic straws. There's also so many better straw alternatives, like bamboo straws. There's even like sugarcane straws, which are like such a better alternative. Like, why the fuck would you use a paper straw? Okay, anyway. If your ass is wet, it's gonna disintegrate in there. And we don't like paper straws here. I don't like them. You know, I'd give it a C. I don't think it's, you know, purely the potential of it slightly unraveling and then giving you a paper cut inside of your ass. I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So our first C, actually, our first C of the video, the first two of the Christmas version, C and F. Anyway, number 3. Candy cane handle. Now, it's sweet. It's sweet. You know, we could have another situation with the banana, in which case you might be able to taste it through your butt, you know. I should say butt. I shouldn't say ass so much. I will get this video is getting fucking hard stomped on. I'd be surprised if it's not taken down. But yeah, you could put this up your butt. You might taste some sweetness. I don't know. If you put saline up there, you taste salty, and if you put sweet up there, you might taste sweet. I don't know. Simply the pleasurability, I'd probably put it at like a C. Definitely below hockey stick handle and test tube. Actually, I think pencil can go in C. I'm changing my answer. I think pencil can go in C. I put it above high C. I put it above wrapping paper, but I don't think it's a B. Yeah, I don't think it's a B. I think candy cane is a B because, you know, there's this little hook, and the hook isn't as big as the umbrella hook. You could potentially put this up your ass and hit some different spots, you know? There's also the potential of having already put it in your mouth, in which case, you know, it would be pre-lubricant. Like, the potentials are endless. The possibilities are endless. I'd put that in B. Next one. Ornaments. Okay, ornaments. Now this is very specific because ornaments come in many shapes and sizes, as you can see in this image here. Ornaments come in many shapes and sizes. Like, there's this one that's kind of long shaped on its own, and there's these like big bulbous round ones, and there's glass ones. Could also break, which is a downside. Oh yeah. But also, okay, also the danger of a candy cane breaking inside your ass is not that of a pencil, because, okay, eventually I feel like it would just like fall out. Like, it's not that thick. It wouldn't get stuck up in there. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't get dislodged. I think it would eventually come out. So I don't think it's particularly dangerous, and who knows, it might even disintegrate. Who knows, if your ass is wet enough? I don't know. It might even, like, the danger of this compared to other ones, I think, is significantly lower. Ornaments, on the other hand, glass ornaments, if they broke inside, holy fucking shit. Holy shit, man. That's a problem. There's so many shapes and sizes of ornaments. Like, oh, I have like an ornament that's shaped like a pickle, and it has like a bunch of like little bumps on it. Like, 10 out of 10. It's also made out of glass though, so if it broke, then there would be glass in my butt, and that's a bad thing. But if it was plastic, honestly, plastic ones could also break. That would also fucking hurt. I'll put it at C. I'll put it at C purely because of like, it's like middle of the road purely because of the amount of shapes and materials that it could be made out of. Like it could be metal. You know, it could have that little hook on the end. Girl, you're crazy. I'm so normal. And I don't know why other people don't feel the same. I'm so normal, and more people need to agree with me. More people need to agree with me. In fact, I'm the best person ever. Anyway, ornaments, middle of the road, strictly middle. They could be many shapes, many sizes. They could be pleasurable. They could have ridges. They could be bulbous. They could be glass, you know? We don't know. It doesn't specify. Next one. I forgot about this. I forgot about. I don't think we need to talk about that. I don't think we need to talk about little baby Jesus. I don't think we need. We're not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna skip. We're gonna move past that. we're gonna move past that. Yeah. Anyway, next one. Carolers. Okay. Christmas carolers. I hope that this is small enough as to where you can't see the faces of these people, otherwise I will feel bad. I just took a random image of Christmas carolers off of okay. Now now the phrasing of this one is a little weird. Are we shoving the entire caroler up there, or are we shoving parts of the carol up there? In which case it could be an S tier. Like, you know, fingers and stiff cocks, both part of a caroler. But if we were to shove the entire caroler up there, it's like reverse vor. It's what I was talking about with a reverse vor. You don't shove it, you don't put it in your mouth, you don't swallow it, you put it up your ass instead. And like that's how you consume them. Reverse vor. In like either case, I think it's an S. Either case, I think it's an S. I'll say it, I think it's an S. Carolers, S tier. S tier, that's all I'll say. They have many parts, they have many shapes. If you were to shove the whole thing up there, the whole person up there, it could be a vor situation. I don't know. And I don't judge. I don't. Clearly, I don't judge. Next one. Rudolph. Okay. Okay, now this is another situation with the reindeer and the antlers. Okay, if we're strictly talking about the original Christmas Carol, the original Christmas song of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I do believe it is speaking about a real-life reindeer, in which case Jesus fucking Christ. In the whole antler part and the whole entire deer? Goodness me. You're dead. Like, that is far below just the antlers. But, you know, if we're talking about, like, the modernized, smaller version of Rudolph, I still think it'd kill you, but, you know, maybe not as aggressively. So, I'll put it there. I'll put it below the other antlers. Put it below the other antlers. Okay, next one. We're back at cocks. We're back at cocks. It's literally the fucking another cock, another stiff cock. Same thing. Same thing. We already did this. Next one. Good lord. Okay. Christmas tree stand. The one I chose specifically is the smallest, but it would hurt the most, I feel. But the other ones, they're foldable, retractable, so they're like, I don't know. They fold into like one rod type thing. Stiff. Yeah, this is the stiffest cock I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. That is a very stiff cock. Anyway. Christmas tree stand. This one would hurt. The other ones, they would also hurt. D. D. I don't have much to say about that. Other than if the tree is attached, that would be hard to pick up. That would be really hard to pick up. Don't do it with the tree attached, I guess. That's the one lesson. Don't put a tree stand in your ass if the tree is in the tree stand. And that is my advice for the video. Yeah. This one would like rip your entire ass apart. Because it's like, it has 5 spikes, but the other ones, they also have spikes, but they're like, they have rubber on the end, so I don't know. It's another situation with the ornament where it varies a ton. I think the star one was a good example, the one that I picked though, because it's like, it's very sharp. I feel like it's a good spot to put it in low D tier. That's what I think. Next one. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. I don't know what this has to do with Christmas. This is the same problem as the wrapping paper, except much more prominent. In which, if you put this up your ass, and if your ass was wet in any form, it would disintegrate in there. But it is much less dangerous than other ones, I would say, especially like the ornaments, because, you know, you would just poop it out. Eventually, it would just come out. It would just come out. So I wouldn't consider it especially dangerous. I don't think you can shove the entire roll at once. Maybe you could shove the cardboard. Oh, have you guys ever like wet the center of the toilet paper roll? The cardboard bit? Have you ever wet it and then like squished it down when you were a kid? Like squished it down and then like a little shit looking thing, and then if you were to do that, I feel like you could put that up your ass more comfortably, especially since it's wetter. You know, specifically the center of it, the toilet paper roll. I feel like that would be significantly more pleasurable of an experience than just the toilet paper, because that would disintegrate, and that would not feel good. I feel like, and it's also very thick, and it's not very like rounded. It's very like it's just a thick cylinder. So I don't think that would be very pleasurable. I'd put it at like above the coins. High D tier, because I don't want it up my ass, but it's not particularly dangerous. Actually, no, I'd put it at a low C. Low C, because these ones aren't particularly dangerous. These ones are getting dangerous. These ones will kill you. These ones will kill you. Getting dangerous. Not dangerous, but not pleasurable. I feel like that's the scale we're working on. So it's not particularly dangerous. It might make your stomach upset or something. I don't know. But it won't like hurt you, you know? I'll put it at low D tier. It's not gonna feel good. Or low C tier. It's not gonna feel good, but it's not gonna hurt you. I don't think. I don't know. Next one. Oh god. SS tier. You know, fuck it. Fuck it. Add a row above. SS. SS stands for sex my wife. Sexing my wife. My wife. Oh, I should delete the tier though, because it's cropped out. It's cropped out. Anyway, that was simply to show you that my wife is SS tier. Okay, what does that mean? My wife? My wife, it means Violet Arcane. My wife is Violet Arcane. Or Cujo, either one. Could also be Cujo. Either way, SS tier. Get in my ass. Get in my ass. Whether it's one part of my wife or my entire wife. SS tier. What can I say? The entire wife can go up there. Her whole fist. Oh, like her huge metal fist. Holy shit. Giving a new meaning to fist. Holy shit. Her entire, I could put Violet Arcane in my, I could put the entire Violet Arcane in my ass, and that is the glitchy guarantee. I could put her up there. My dogs are barking like crazy. They're barking like crazy. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I mean, fucking obvious I'm gonna put my wife up my ass. Who wouldn't? Next one. I looked up little green men and it gave me this. I don't know if this is like the Dollar Tree version of the Green Goblin. I don't fucking know. I don't know what this is. I literally looked up little green men in YouTube, not in Google, and this is the first search result I saw. This is the first thing I saw. I don't know what the fuck this is. You know, let's break this down. You know, big bulbous head, sized bumps, lots of bumps, the dip ears, pointy ears, that might hurt. I don't know. Little green, look at those fingers though, holy shit. Are you seeing those fingers? Whoa, those could hit some spots. Are you seeing those fingers? Holy shit. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's gotta go in. Yeah, that's gotta go in that. That's gotta go above normal fingers. Holy shit. Little green men? I'll put those up my ass. Shit, I'll put little green men up my ass. Why not? Why not? Next one? Tangerines. I love tangerines. I feel like you could taste it. You could taste it. It could be one of those situations. I don't think it would be pleasurable at all. I don't think it would feel good. It is squishy though, so I don't think it would hurt as much. I'm between. I do think it's lower than a pencil. That's what I think. I think it's like I think it's C tier, below a pencil, above wrapping paper. That's where I'd put it. I don't think it's B quite yet. I do think it's middle of the road C tier, middle of the road. That's where I'd put tangerines. Yeah, there's not much to break down about that one besides it squishes. You could taste it. There's two forms. You could peel it. You know, you might get the strings up in there. I don't know. And also, if it does get stuck, you could just like, you know, clench a bit, and then you could get orange juice. Free orange juice. Your ass doubles as a juicer. Not many people know this, but your ass does double as a juicer. Next one. Hot chocolate. I don't know why he says it like that. Hot chocolate. Okay. Now this strongly depends on the temperature of the hot chocolate. I've gotten like Starbucks hot chocolate before. Holy fucking shit. That is like 200 degrees Celsius. That is like 200 degrees Celsius. Oh my god. That, depending on the hotness level of the hot chocolate, I don't know. That would burn your insides. That would give you third degree burns on inside of your ass. In which case you would have to get medical care. And then I don't know. Would they put like skin grafts up in your ass? Like, how does that work? Has anyone ever gotten third degree burns inside of their ass, and how did it get treated? I have a genuine question. Like, the way they treat like burns like that is to give you skin grafts, isn't it? Would they like put skin grafts inside of your ass? But like, where would they sample the skin grafts? Would they get it from a different person? Like, would they sample the skin grafts? Like, I don't know. Would you give me your butt skin? Would you give me your butt skin? The true test of if someone loves you is if they would give you your butt skin. But of course, you know, this is highly dependent. There is such a thing as iced chocolate, but it's specifically specified hot chocolate. It could be hot chocolate that's been left out for hours, and now it's room temperature chocolate. I wouldn't consider that hot chocolate. What a YouTube homepage pull. Hello, Gooch. Classy as always. Thank you. This is what real ladies do. Ladies' nuts in your mouth. Hi, no. Hi, thank you for stopping by. I think hot chocolate, D is my tier for dangerous, but it won't immediately kill you. I think if you put little baby Jesus up in your ass, I think that would send you to hell. So that's why it's in like the lowest tier. I just kind of moved past little baby Jesus. I'm not gonna lie. I think you would go to hell. I think you would immediately. I think you would get struck down by lightning. Actually, so we're just gonna not talk about that. Hot chocolate. I think okay. Coins could be pleasurable. That's the thing. It could be very dangerous at the same time as well. You could get like E. coli. I don't know. The umbrella is here purely for the spike on this end. You would get impaled and you might die. This is extremely painful and you would go to the hospital. I think 3rd-degree burns inside of your anal cavity. I think it's gotta be a low D tier. Also, it's not pleasurable, like, in the slightest. It's literally a liquid. Like, why would you even put hot chocolate up your ass? Like, are we talking about the cup plus the hot chocolate? Go to hell, do not pass, do not collect 200. I read that and like for 0.1 second I thought you were telling me to go to hell, and it's so funny. Yeah, I should. Anyway, for this, yeah. Anyway, are we talking about the cup plus the hot chocolate? In which case the cup would also be hot, but like strongly depending on the material. But like, does the material conduct heat? Is the material made out of fabric? I don't know. Low D tier. I think hot chocolate is safe at a solid low D tier. I think it's safe there. Hear me out, the hot chocolate bidet. I mean, okay. And this is what I was talking about with the banana, the candy cane, the tangerine. If you put it up your ass, you might be able to taste it. In like a very, very rare case scenario, like if you put saline in your veins, you can taste it. If you put hot chocolate up your ass, you might taste it. I don't know. You could taste it. I don't know. Are we gonna move it up for the potential of having hot chocolate and tasting it up your ass? I don't know. Is it worth the 3rd-degree burns? I don't know. At that point, you can't even taste it if you were to insert it into your body normally. If it gives you 3rd-degree burns. Hot chocolate bidet sounds awesome, though. I would just sit there with my mouth agape, facing my toilet. Hot chocolate in my belly. Next one. It sounds like he says white coat jackets. He says wide coat jackets. I don't know what that is. It might be like, those like stereotypical Russian, like huge Russian jackets. It might mean that. I searched up wide coat jackets on Google, and this is what I got. This is the image I got, okay? Yummy, yummy, delicious. I don't know. I'm gonna be so I don't know. What? Okay, this one specifically has these little ridges. I don't know. That could elevate the experience a little bit. If you were to like squish it down enough, it could become firm enough to where it would, become a sensory experience that might turn into something pleasurable. I don't know. If you were to squeeze it down enough, it does have those ridges in it, which I feel like that puts it up into B tier instead of C tier. It's not dangerous. It's not pleasurable. They have a nice texture on the outside, but the zipper would be a deal breaker for me. Oh, that's true. And I'm very allergic to zippers. I'm allergic to the metal that they usually put in zippers unless they get like a really high quality zipper. So my ass might get a makeshift BBL by putting that up in there. I'm just saying. Like, I might get an allergic reaction to the metal of the zipper. What the title? What the gooch doing? I feel like that... What the Gooch doing? There's a good sentence to describe my life. What the Gooch doing? Now, if you were to put a wide coat jacket of your Gooch, I don't think that would feel good. It wouldn't feel good. Like, okay, these things, they would feel a little bit good. Okay, I don't know, is it above or below tangerines? Like, the pure chance of being able to taste the tangerine that's up in your ass, I feel like puts it slightly above wide coat jackets. I don't know. That's such a random one. I don't know. This one, the puff texture, I think it heightens it. It heightens it a little bit for me. And then you could take it out more, you know, if you get post-nut coldness. I don't know. You know, if all the blood in your body makes you goes down and it makes you cold. I don't know. Below tangerines, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too. Same brain. Next one. Hot pork. Okay. It's specified hot pork. Now, this makes me think it's straight out of the oven hot pork. That would be hot. It would hurt. I don't know if it would give you third-degree burns unless you were to cut it open. And, you know, use the center of the pork for the experience. I know there are those, like, pineapple cutters, but, like, they use them with ham instead. Like, oh, my acid reflux. You guys know what I'm talking about with, like, the ham cutter? Or, no, the pineapple cutter. That they kind of, like, screw into the pineapple and then they, like... I've seen people do that with ham. I don't know. I don't know if I'm imagining that, but anyway. I've seen people do that with ham. I feel like that would be a slightly better experience than sticking an entire fucking roast of ham up your ass. An entire roast of ham up your butt? I don't know. I do think that would be dangerous, especially considering the hotness element of it, like it being hot. I don't know. Considering the bacterial infection risk of the coins, I don't know. I'm thinking, but the coins would feel pleasurable. That's the thing for me. And the umbrella handle, if you were to get it up there, it might feel pleasurable. If you were to put an entire roast of ham up your butt, I don't think it would feel good. I don't. So I think I'm going to put it below umbrella. It would certainly go hog wild, which is a plus. Hog wild, hog up my butt. An entire hog up my butt. I don't know. What it's if it were a really hot ham, it would send you to the hospital, I think. This is like the dangerous tier. This is it would send you to the hospital, but it wouldn't instantly kill you. F would instantly kill you. So yeah, I think it goes below umbrella, above Christmas tree stand. That's what I'm thinking. Next one. It is getting completely incomprehensible. It said long snowman carrots. This is the longest carrot I've ever seen on a snowman. I found this snowman image. I don't know what the fuck this is from, but that is a long carrot you have there, sir. Okay, carrots? Carrots are really... It's specifically specified the carrot of a snowman. We need to center in on the carrot portion, okay? Carrots, they have ridges and bumps. Huge plus. It's flared at the bottom. Huge plus. You know, the size, the ridges, the bumps. S tier, baby. It's long. It's thick. S tier. S tier. You know what? You might even be able to taste the carrot. Oh, I think that goes above toothbrush. Actually, no. Hold on. Okay. I put toothbrush so high because I do think the possibility of it being an electric toothbrush does make it better. So the snowman carrot, I think it goes below toothbrush. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it goes below the possibility of an electric toothbrush. That's what I'm thinking. You know, the flared base, the bumps, the ridges, the thickness, the girth, the potential for tasting it, the length even, you know, that's solid. That's all I'll say. It's solid. It's very solid. It might even get it out of the ground, in which case, and it might have the leaves still attached, in which case it has a free handle for easy removal. The leaves at the top, like the carrot stem, if you were to put it up there, you could have an easy removal tool. That's all I'm saying. Carrot, S tier. I'd put a carrot up my ass. I would. Anyway, next one. Ooh, I full screened it. Play-Doh. Play-Doh. Okay. Okay, now we have to think about this one. You know, the potential of Play-Doh. There are a lot of potentials. It has a very nice scent. I used to really like the scent of Play-Doh as a kid. I would just sniff that shit. It has a very good sensory, like, experience to it. You could play with the Play-Doh and then you could put it up your ass. But the number one selling factor, I think, of this is that you could shape it into literally anything. It would deform inside of your butt, though. That is the main factor, I think. But it might deform to the exact shape of your hole. And that's the thing, in which case you could take it out, you could cast it in a mold, and then you could have a life-sized replica of your butthole. You guys know, like, those plaster, like, kits that you buy with your significant other, and, like, you hold hands, and then you stick your hands in the plaster, and you make a plaster mold? And then you'd like have a statue of hands holding. You could do that, but with Play-Doh, and you could have a life-size replica of the inside of your butt. So every single guest that ever comes to your house will know exactly what the inside of your butt looks like. And I think that is a positive. You know how much Play-Doh would break off in the main bit when I played with it as a kid? It seems like a disaster in the making. How would you get it out properly? I don't know. It's gonna get stuck in there. You might have to like aggressively fart it out. I'm so sorry. You might... Okay, I don't think it's particularly dangerous. It is non-toxic. That's the main factor of this. It's non-toxic. Because kids play with it. It's 2+. So you can put it in your body and it won't poison you. Now, it could get stuck inside of you, and as long as it's not too high, well, like, either way, it's gonna come out eventually. You won't need to go to the hospital if it does get stuck inside of you. That's the thing. It's very easy to deform. That's the other thing. It's very easy to deform, so I don't think you could solidly make a good shape for it to for it to stay as it enters your anal canal. I don't think you could reliably make a good shape for that. That's the thing. But you know, there is the potential of casting it in fucking, what's it called, epoxy, and making a life-size replica of the inside of your asshole. And I think that's beautiful. I've seen people like make life-size sculptures of holding hands with their significant other, holding toes with their significant other. I want the inside of my butt casted. and to me that puts it at A. To me, I think that's an A. I think that's an A tier. That's all I said. That's all I say. Play-Doh, A tier to put inside of your butt, because no hardness equals no pleasure. The casting is a big plus, though. Yeah, I mean, okay, I do think you could get some pleasure, because there is like the potential of it being long enough to reach the you know, a spot, you know, a good spot inside of there. I do think it does have the potential to like tickle it a little bit, which, you know, potential for pleasure. I don't know. Potential for pleasure. That's all I'll say. It has potential, but you know, you could cast your asshole, and I think that's awesome. I'll put it below cigar though. Is bad Dargan there? Bad Dargan, what is that? Bad Dargan. Do you mean dragon? Bad dragon? Dragon is not across your... I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Next one. All I want for Christmas is you. Is Bad Dragon there? Yeah, dragon. Bad Dragon? Is that a Play-Doh? I don't know what Bad Dragon is. Dragging these nuts across your face? I don't know. Badly dragging these nuts across your face. Skillfully, actually, because I'm very skilled at having sex. That is a lie. Wait, Gochi doesn't know Bad Dragon? I don't. I'm sorry, I'm uncultured. Let me look it up. Bad Dragon. Oh. Oh. You know, there's a reason. There's a reason that I find sex so funny, and it's because I don't have it. I don't have it. Don't ever call me sexist. How could I be sexist? I've never had sex in my entire life. It's a Bilbo company. Bilbo Baggins? That's another kind of dragon enjoyer, dragon experiencer. He's experienced dragons. What's his name? Scott? Skog? Fog? Smog. Yeah, his name is Smog. The Lord of the Rings dragon is Smog. Scott, what the fuck? Yeah, the realization, fucking, ooh. Anyway, Mariah Carey, up the ass. What do we think? Okay, there is obviously the potential of the other humanoid figures. Why is this one so low? What the hell? I meant to put it up there. I think I accidentally moved it. Okay, you know, the other humanoid figures, the little green man with the long fingers, you know, pleasurable. Finger, pleasurable. Carolers, pleasurable. Stiff cocks, pleasurable. I do what I must to avoid YouTube censorship. Bilbo Baggins. Exactly. Holy shit, it's Bilbo Baggins. Mariah Carey, yeah, she does have the potential of other humanoid figures. That's what I'm saying. You know, all of the things that I previously talked about. She has fingers and all of that stuff. But when you put her up your ass, will she go, all I want for Christmas is you? Will she do that? That is my main question here. Will she go like, oh, you know when those pop singers do like those insanely over-the-top riffs that kind of get annoying, like, I feel like that would be a big mood killer. a large mood killer. In my opinion, it would kill the mood a little bit. That's all I'm saying. All I want for Christmas is you. You know, I don't know, Mariah. I'm gonna have to bump you down a tier for that one. No offense, Mariah. No offense. I don't want you doing insane vocal riffs while I'm putting you up my butt. That's all I'm saying. Oh, but the Christmas carolers. Are they singing Christmas songs while I'm putting them up my butt? Okay. A whole new consideration has entered the fray. Are the Christmas carolers singing Christmas songs while I put them up my butt? This is a solid consideration that we have to consider. If they are in fact singing Christmas songs, I think that puts them up. I think that puts them up a little bit. You know, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy... But in here, I made it rhyme. There we go. I think think that puts him up a little bit, you know? Mariah Carey, far below. Far downwards, though. Far downwards, in fact. Next one. Mistletoe. Wait, is mistletoe toxic? It's like poison ivy, isn't it? Like, like, doesn't it poison you if you touch it? Hold on. Is mistletoe... This is a very important consideration that I need to consider. Is mistletoe poisonous? Yes, it's poisonous. Okay. This is, viscotoxin. What the fuck? I haven't heard that word in a long time. And oops. Was that 2019? Oh my gosh. It's been 7 years since 2019, by the way. Time isn't real. It has been 7 years since 2019. 7 years. But the vibration... True, the vocal vibrations of Mariah Carey doing her insane vocal rate. I don't know. It's not worth it. It is simply not worth it for the especially considering I have all these other options up here, you know? All these options. I don't need Mariah Carey. I don't need her. All I want for Christmas is you. Anyway, mistletoe. Mistletoe is poisonous. What does it do? It's only poisonous if you ingest it. I see. So not if you touch it. That's good to know. But like putting it up your ass is basically ingesting it. Putting it up your ass cannot be safe. Should I look up if is it poisonous to put mistletoe up your ass? Should I look it up? It's extremely poisonous to pets though. Okay. So if you are a cat girl or a dog girl, don't put it up your ass. Why did you have to say that? Time is a closed circle. It has been 7 years since 2019.
Hey, chat. Granny's gonna put some stuff up her butt today.
Grandmother will be putting stuff up her bottom today. Anyway, mistletoe, toxic. Don't put it up your butt. Don't do it. Okay, is it more or less? Okay, coins are pleasurable. That's the thing. I think it goes below coins. Below umbrella. Okay, because if you were to like squish the leaves together really firmly and then like maybe you could get a little tickle up there or something. I don't know. I think it is a less painful, less deadly than the 2,000-degree ham. I think it is more okay, it will poison you. It will very much irritate your skin. I don't think it'll kill you as much as the potential for coin. But the thing with the coin and the umbrella is that they are relatively pleasurable, so they will be above mistletoe. That's my official ranking. Okay. Next one. Africa. Okay, just like the whole thing? The whole thing. So we mean the whole thing, just like all of it? All of it. Okay, more deadly than Rudolph. I'll say that much. I don't think it would feel good. I don't. Okay, if we were to get like an Africa-shaped object, an Africa-shaped toy or something, you know, it has a little up here, as you can see. I'm pointing to my head with my head. It has a little expansion at the bottom. The entire thing about animals and people included. Okay, question: if I put Africa on my butt, will the people of Africa have to also be at my butt? In which case, fully bottom tier. That is like, oh, so horrible. That is so. I am so sorry, the people of Africa. I'm so sorry. You can't get much bigger than a continent. Probably feels good, but what if there's mercury inside of the test tube? That's a planet. I can't put the planet up my butt. Probably feels pretty good. No, it would rip you in half. You know, I'm a firm believer of smaller is better. I'm a firm believer. firm believer. And you know, Africa would not only rip you in half, but the two sides of your body would be... How wide is Africa? Approximately 4,600 miles or 7,400 kilometers apart from each other. That would hurt. That would hurt a lot. Bottom tier. You know, I don't want the people of Africa and the animals of Africa to have to be inside of my butthole. And there we go. Okay, are we talking about like if I were to turn into a giant, like a giant gooch, big enough to where I could put Africa in my butt safely? There is a handle for easy removal. You know, there's this little stub thing, which, you know, that's a thing. It's not very long though. It's not very long. But, you know, the people of Africa still have to be inside of it. It would hurt, but it would be worth it. Bragging rights. Yeah, no. I will brag as my body is approximately 4,600 miles or 7,400 kilometers apart from each other. That I fit the country of Africa within the confines of my body. Bragging rights. That's what I'm saying. Next one. A menorah. I don't know how horrible this is. I'm gonna firmly put it bottom tier. Maybe above Africa, firmly bottom tier. We're gonna go bottom tier for this. Maybe above little baby Jesus. I don't know how offensive this is. I don't know. But it would send you to the hospital and potentially kill you. So that, you know, bottom tier. Bottom tier, we'll leave it at that. We're leaving it at that. Next one. Moving on. Mentos. Are these Christmas? Are these Christmas themed? It's a nice stretch though. No. No, it would kill you. I mean, it wouldn't kill you as aggressively as the antlers would, but I mean, it would kill you, and it would also potentially offend an entire community of people, in which case, it's going pretty low. It's going pretty low. It is going pretty low. Mentos. You know, the tube would be nice. The tube might disintegrate though, and that's the thing. I think it goes below candy cane. Oh, acid reflux. I think it goes below candy cane. The paper around it will disintegrate in your butt though if it's wet enough. So there's that. The Mentos will also disintegrate, but it isn't a nice shape. It's a nice solid tube shape. Now you might be able to taste the Mentos. That's another thing. Exactly. I was just about to say, if you were to put Coke up there as well, it would be really fucking funny to make a Coke volcano out of your butt. That is like the best party trick I've ever heard of my entire life. Next time you go to a party, forget body shots. Forget all that shit. Put Mentos and Coke up your butthole and have people drink it. And that's enough for that topic. That's enough for that topic. Mentos. Might be able to taste it. Nice feeling. It's a little bit thicker than a candy cane though, that's the thing. Actually, I don't think the Mentos wrapper would actually disintegrate. So you could put it in the wrapper, in which case I think it would feel better. So doing the volcano, you can be the volcano. Exactly. And it is just so incredibly funny to have brown liquid shooting out of your acid volumes and at a pace rapid, like a school fucking volcano project. Like, that is so fucking funny. Anyway. And it tastes good. Mentos, nice tube shape. Mint, lovely mint. Oh, it might burn your butt. Huh. Candy cane would also burn your butt though, to be fair. Like, depending on if it's a mint flavored candy cane or a fruit flavored candy cane. Like, I don't know. I only eat the fruit flavored ones. I don't like the mint ones, to be honest. The only mint flavored candy I really like are like the soft ones, like those soft candy mints, those kind of things. But yeah, Mentos, I think solid B tier. No, actually, no, change my mind. I changed my mind. It is so fun. It is so fun to make a volcano out of your butt. So fun. Just so fun. Just so fun. You know what? You know what? I will put it below screwdriver. I said it. I'll put it below screwdriver. Because I feel like it would be less pleasurable than the screwdriver, but it would be very pleasurable to my heart to have a volcano of Coke out of my butt. Very pleasurable to my soul. That's the thing. Anyway. Next one. We're almost done. Small glass jar. Okay. We've already had this. We've already seen this. Now, the consideration that I would like to present to you now. These are the classic mason jar shapes. This is more of like a witchy potion bottle type jar. I think this one is solidly above the other one. I'll say it. You know, it has a nice bump here. It could even have ridges, and it has a nice little, you know, flared end. I don't know. It's important to pleasure the heart and soul as well, indeed. Exactly. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, small glass jar. They come in many shapes and sizes. They could mean two different things, like the classic mason jar or like a more witchy potion bottle type jar. Either way, I decided, since it shows it twice, I decided to, you know, do two different versions. So I think that small glass jar is one step above the other small glass jar. And that's it. Next one. Air. And that was the last one of the video, actually. Air. Air. We all love a good air. You know? I guess it's... Okay, I'll put it at low C. Okay, in my explanation... Actually, I'll put it at high C. High C. Because my explanation, it's better to have nothing up your butt than things that will kill you. That's the thing. Okay, air is a solid C because nothing up your butt is simply better than things that could potentially hurt you or make you uncomfortable or put you in the hospital or fucking kill you. That is it. A nice breeze probably feels good. Yeah, exactly. Air out your butthole. Air it out. You could even fart. I don't know. Oh, does by air, does it mean a fart? In that case. in that case. And no, I'll leave it at C. I'll leave it at C. I'm traumatized with glass bottles after that one early internet video Little Me unwillingly saw that had to do with a glass jar breaking in this exact situation. Breaking? Was it like, it's not Two Girls, One Cup. Because that was like worse probably. But breaking up inside your butt? Ugh. Ugh. See, my theory is that your butthole is in fact not strong enough to break this. But okay, now we need to reconsider, because if your butthole is strong enough to break the glass jar, that's like a solid D. Yeah, no, I think that's a solid D. Like if the glass jar could break, not that it was a guy. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no, if only it was a woman. Okay, if we're considering the fact that the glass jars could break, I don't think anyone's butt is strong enough to crush a glass jar, but I have been proven wrong. Apparently, this has happened before. So I'm gonna move him down, actually. I'm gonna put him actually below an umbrella. I said it, below an umbrella. Actually, no, I feel like it would be more pleasurable. It would be. Yeah, put him right there, above the umbrella. Because the umbrella, the sun would just spear you. The sun would not be able to even go in your ass. These ones can go in your ass, but they have the potential of breaking and hurting and killing you. So that's that. Yeah, that was the last one of the video, actually. That was the last one of objects that I've shoved up my ass. That was the last one, guys. Woo! But I have an honorable mention. Honor of Cujo. Cujo. Okay, Cujo showed me a video. Cujo showed me a video. Not that kind of video. There was she gave me a vocal stim that I shoved a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. I shoved the whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. It might taste good. I don't know. It might taste good. Yeah, honorable mention, shoving a whole bag of jelly beans up your ass. I feel like it would be pleasurable. It might taste good, but it would get dislodged up in your butt. Now that is the thing. The other consideration is I would much rather eat the jelly beans and put them in my butt. But you could also you could do the same thing that you did with the pebbles, in which you could put like a needle and a thread. You could thread a needle and then thread all of the jelly beans together, put them on a string, tie it up, and then put it up your butt, and then leave an end for easy removal so that it doesn't get stuck in your butt. I do feel like the jelly beans might break, though. I feel like they might break inside your butt, so I don't know. I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. Just don't do one of those every flavor beans and you're good. Oh my god. Okay, don't put the cinnamon ones up there. By golly. Don't put a cinnamon jelly bean up your ass. Don't put a cinnamon jelly bean up your ass. It will really burn. Okay, I'm gonna put it at... I feel like the coat is like middle of the road, like not pleasurable, not hurting you, just like there, I feel like that's kind of middle of the road. I'll put the whole bag of jelly beans right below the coat, because it could get dislodged in there. You could have to, have it removed if you put enough in there, but I do feel like it would naturally, pass out of your system if you were to put them up in there and they were to get stuck. I don't feel like it's a medical emergency to have a few jelly beans up your ass, but if you were to put an entire bag of jelly beans up your ass, I don't know, that's a D. I should know. Lower than wrapping paper. Because, the wrapping paper would get, like, melty inside your butt and, like, all that kind of stuff. There'd be paper in there, but I don't think it would have to be removed, as opposed to an entire bag of jelly beans. That would have to be medically removed, I think. Like, there's no other option. I think it would have to be medically removed. And, it might taste good. Anyway. 1 second. I'm sorry, I'm back. I had a little bit of an interruption. Anyway, that is the completed tier list. Final question, what would be the sleeper hit combo of items on this list that would reach a high tier together? Good question. Oh my gosh, okay. I feel like it depends on the type of person that you are, you know? Like, depending on what you personally feel, you know, pleasure from. And considering on what you personally would prefer to have up there, you know? So, I don't know. It highly varies from person to person. I feel like if you were to combine the longer ones though, like the toothbrush, if you were to combine that with the pen, I feel like that would either, like, I don't know, I feel like you couldn't put the whole thing up there. If you were to combine them side by side, I feel like it would take away from the experience of the ribbed toothbrush. That's what I'm thinking. So I feel like the best combination of all of these items would be pebbles, jelly beans, and coins. Now, my theory is that you could put them in order from smallest to absolute largest, and, you know, leave the absolute largest one out for easy removal, from the annular cavity. You know? I feel like that's the you know. Like, if you were to put the string together, like the strong string that would combine the stones, the pebbles with the holes drilled into them, you could put the what's big? The coins, the pence, the British pence. You could put those on top of the pebbles, and then at the very top you could put the jelly beans all the way at the top, because those are the smallest, and, you know, a little bit of an appetizer. You could taste it, a little bit of an appetizer. That's my game theory. What do you guys think? Do you think what would be your preferred combination? What's your combination of things to put up your ass? What do you think? on this entire tier list, what's your preferred combination? I want to know. You know, and what are other things you could combine? Like the fingers, but like once you hit a certain threshold of fingers, I feel like it starts to hurt, you know? Like if you combined all the carolers and this guy's fingers and these fingers and chicken's fingers. Chicken fingers. Ooh, yummy. Menorah and mistletoe. Oh, maybe the mistletoe adds like a nice flavoring, a nice seasoning to the ham. That's a really good idea. The menorah. What the fuck? If you like skewer it, like it's like a big fork. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like you have a strong ass. You have quite the ass on you. That's all I'll say. You have a strong cavity, strong sides. Even, you know, you can clench it. That's the thing. You can clench it. You could maybe you could even juice the ham. Like that's what I'm saying with the tangerines. If you squeeze hard enough, you might be able to juice them and get some orange juice out of it, which is delicious. The ham, you could juice the ham. Ham juice. Hell yeah. Like a nice cup of hot dog water. if you boil hot dogs in a pot, a nice cup of hot dog water. And thank you, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. You have quite the super ass. You have a very strong annular cavity. I respect it. I simply don't quite match your prowess, and I feel like that's okay, you know? All asses are equal. All of them. All butt cavities, you know what they say, all boob sizes are equal. All ass tightnesses, firmnesses, strengthnesses are equal. And that is the main takeaway of today. And I hope you guys learned a very important and valuable lesson today. I hope I served as education for the people of the world, of you know, of Britain, of Great Britain. You know, we've not we. What the fuck? I'm not British. I would never be British. I would never do that to you guys. Don't worry. I feel like I've done a great service to the people of Britain today. I have, you know, this classic video, simply a classic. I've given an answer. You know, there's a full entire tier list now of everything, and that you could put up your ass, and that's that. You know, there's literally like 8 objects that I've shoved up my ass videos. There's literally like 8. I've done 2 today. I could literally do like 3 more of these. I could literally do like 3 more of these. Surely we've learned a very wholesome lesson today. Exactly. And I feel like this is the true meaning of Christmas. Thank you for watching. Do I bore you? Oh no, I know what to do. Don't worry, Papa's got a good idea coming. Don't worry. Just don't worry about it. Just don't think. Just let Papa do what Papa needs to do. Let Papa do. Papa do. Poppy do. Poppy do. Let me do what I need to do. And yep. Let me do what I need to do. Why? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Santa Gooch. You're very welcome. This is like proper birthing posture. Oh, I know what I should have done for my birthday stream. I should have gone like this. What the fuck? I'm dumb. Anyway, turn back around. You know, maybe we could go a little lower. Yep. Oh, and right there. Right there. Yep. It is slightly terrifying. Yeah, okay, right there. Okay, and thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. I hope this was educational. I hope this was funny. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for stopping by. And you don't need to worry about where you're gonna go. I will now proceed to reverse vor you. You are going to be reverse vored, and you know that's okay. You don't need to worry about it. Anyway, I'm fanning you. POV, you're going in my ass. And you know what? I think the final lesson of today is that in SS plus tier, we have mochis. Mochis up the ass. Divine. Sad face. I'm sorry, it makes me laugh really hard when people just type sad face in. I find it really funny when you guys just put sad faces. Like, I just made you sad. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. I'm definitely gonna stream tomorrow. We're gonna have lots of fun tomorrow as well. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the my zombie apocalypse yapping for 10-hour straight stream or something else. I don't know. We need to play Minecraft again as well. I'm just talking through my ass, literally. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Angry face. I am quite literally talking out of my ass. This is oh, I know the perfect Zatsu idea. I'm gonna title my stream "Talking Out of My Ass," and it's just gonna be my ass. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thank you. Whoa, look at my dress. Look at that, baby. Look at that. I'll see you guys. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Get in my belly. Get in there. Go on. Yup. Get in my ass. Go on. Like, holy shit, like my whole butt cheeks are out. Get in there. Bye. I'm still here. Bye.